Stickman wakes up on a conveyor belt of life, walking predictably through study, job, promotion, and repeat, wondering why the reward phase never started. Other stickmen leap sideways, pivot, and take chaotic bursts of action, leaving him feeling stuck and left behind. At first, he doesn't notice the comfort of paying bills, eating the same meals, and avoiding failure mass stagnation. Stability feels like progress, but muscles weaken, curiosity fades, and courage atrophies. Learning becomes unnecessary, and trying something new feels reckless. Stickman is trapped in comfort confusion. Identity lock-in reinforces the cage. Compliments like reliable, practical, sensible become invisible bars. Any bold action feels like betrayal, and a bad job or familiar routine seems safer than risk. Change threatens the story he believes about himself. Obedience over insight strengthens the chains. Stickman follows rules perfectly, applying generic advice blindly, mistaking compliance for intelligence. Early adopters look reckless, late adopters responsible. But Stickman belongs to the latter, always waiting, never experimenting, and watching rewards pass by. Scarcity default tightens the grip. Opportunities appear, but Stickman feels panic instead of excitement. Money, time, success, they're all limited. Fear keeps him hoarding coins, avoiding risk, and conserving energy, scaling up even as income rises. Abundance feels impossible because he never learned adaptability. Busyness becomes identity. Meetings, emails, errands. Constant motion gives the illusion of importance, masking the uncomfortable question. Am I actually moving forward? Direction disappears. Stickman manages life instead of designing it. Creativity and strategy cannot emerge in a packed schedule. Permission addiction keeps Stickman frozen. Even with resources and ability, he waits for approval. I'm not ready. I should wait. I don't know enough. Meanwhile, other stickmen move first, learn, fail, and recover. Permission addicts confuse legitimacy with approval, remaining invisible while resenting those who act without it. Linear thinking compounds a trap. Stickman expects life to progress in neat steps. Study, job, promotion, raise. Anything non-linear seems dangerous. Flat years feel like failure. Certificates are collected obsessively, but real opportunity is filtered out because it is messy, chaotic, and sideways. Finally, Stickman begins noticing the world outside the conveyor belt. Other stickmen stumble, pivot, fail, and leap in unexpected directions, and they grow. Growth is messy, inefficient, and sometimes embarrassing. Real opportunities appear sideways, in bursts, and through risk. Stickman takes his first tentative steps off the conveyor belt, wobbling at first, exposed, uncertain. No one grants permission. No clear path exists, no safety net is visible, but every jump brings him closer to a life he wants. He experiments, fails, recovers, and learns. The revelation hits. Freedom isn't about comfort, obedience, busyness, scarcity, or approval. It's about moving, risking, learning, and tolerating temporary discomfort. Stickman begins building leverage, tolerating looking foolish, embracing risk, and stepping sideways. The conveyor belt of life fades behind him, and he starts walking unpredictably, networking, investing in skills, pivoting, and compounding growth in bursts. By the end, Stickman is transformed. Comfort confusion, identity cages, permission addiction, linear thinking, busyness, scarcity, and obedience no longer define him. Growth is chaotic. Opportunity rarely asks for permission. Leverage beats effort, risk beats safety, and freedom beats obedience. The journey remains unpredictable and messy, but every step now builds momentum and possibility. Stickman smiles, leaps, and moves forward. Finally, the reward phase begins.